So this is basically all the stuff that I've collected so far. I definitely still need a few other things, but I still have plenty to do. So there's been a few small hiccups in the process of trying to put these parts on, such as realizing that I was going to need spacers and deciding that doing a wheel stud conversion was going to end up being a priority for me. So let's put everything on. Vogue strike pose. Like, get your toes done. I could do your toes with these.
You want me to stick my toe in that and you turn it on?
We should put your nose in it and see what happens. It was spinning. Okay, we're going to remove this top bolt here, which is 16, I think. Is it? Yep. This is 16, and then we have to remove this bottom one at the bottom of the suspension, which is going to be an 18. And then there's 3 bolts on the top that we remove under these plastic pieces so that we could drop the whole suspension assembly out and get to the control arm that needs to be replaced, but it's easier to do with the whole thing out. So got held up a little bit by a couple parts that were needed that I was not aware of, and hopefully there's no more holdups. Where did the nut go?
Is there a nut or is it just thread?
Did it? There was a nut on there. Oh, it's right there. I'm stupid. Alright. I wonder if I should have done this first. No. Ow! Bolt number 2. Now, we need to take the bolts out on the top. Need a little cart. My plastic pieces are broken, so those were very easy to get off. The fear of breaking plastic pieces wasn't there in my mind because they're already broken. Is that a 17? Yeah. And this. I feel like this ratchet is not as...
Use impact.
Yeah, why am I not doing that? Why do you always try to eat everything? We have another bolt. Got it. So there's 2, 1 more to go. And this whole shit should fall out. It's kind of, oh yeah, we gotta pull these out the,
I'm just. There we go. Nice. Oh, now I understand. Nifty.
I hate dealing with like anything with connectors because like the tabs are
It breaks so
my
easily.
kryptonite.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing surgery and you're like my nurse's aide with instruments. Now very, very carefully.
Suction.
Yeah, suction.
Scalpel.
It puts lotion on its skin. Now this whole suspension assembly should just drop down. How many blowns does it take to get off the coilover? Watch your phalanges. And your kneecap. I hate everything about this piece of.
Tap it back down. Jeez, it took us like 30 minutes to get that 2 millimeters out of here. 2 more hits. 1.
I'm like, I feel like I'm running in the water right now.
I think that was part of my fault. I wasn't pulling it back far enough.
Oh. It's a boy. It's a boy.
Oh. Get some warm towels.
The beautiful thing about using the BC coilovers is that we do not have to use the top hats from the original strut. The primary reason I decided to do all of this is because this arm is really bad. And my first experience in discovering that this was a problem, I was actually driving on the highway. Speed limit is about 75, so I was definitely doing the speed limit. And I was next to a semi with a trailer, and I was having to turn left and notice that the car was trying to go straight when it was supposed to be turning left, and it was the arm not being stabilized because of this. There's supposed to be tension here, and there's not. It's like ready to, this is like scary. So that was the primary reason that I decided to do this, but then obviously putting nice coilovers on the car, lowering it, and then having arms that correct camber. So instead of this, we'll have no movement.
Give it all. There you go. This spring's not compressed, is it? Just making sure. I'm not gonna die today.
If you died like that, you'd probably make it on that show. What's it called? 100 Dumbest Ways to Die.
I was just about to say the dumbest fucking way to die.
Death by spring to the face.
So you can die in a fucking hot air balloon.
Chopped your wrist there a little bit. And a hot air balloon crash. If you die in a hot air balloon crash, you are dubbed to be the person with the dumbest death.
You can't even violently crash. This is probably the slowest shit.
It's like the slowest death ever. You just like float like.
You watch yourself die for about 30 minutes.
It takes like 30 minutes to drown into the water. Is that it? Is there one more? No, that's it. It's not a competition, Spencer.
Good. That's why you lost.
Alright. Now we have both of the arms put on the passenger side, and we have the top part taken off of the original strut. So now we need to put on the new coilovers, which are the BC coilovers with Swift springs. So now we're gonna bolt these onto here. Two little these.
So beautiful.
Too bad it doesn't stay looking like this. That's like the worst
I mean,
part.
it kind of does.
You can give it a good stretch.
Oh, jeez. The other two are a little cockeyed. Turn it, yep, right there. Press the magnet for us, please.
I recommend having a magnet to get these washers because if one slides down in there, you're going to be really sad. Now we're going to get this side out and oh, I got to tap those arms out. Tippity tap. I feel like I shouldn't have done that. Spencer, come step on this. This one's kind of.
I was gonna say this.
This one's kind of like wedged in there a little more.
This one doesn't move as much.
Yeah, it doesn't. Stop for a second.
See if you can push. Oh.
This side was like so much easier to like get on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm like super tired. I don't know. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and just stop here. I did put the bolts back in the bottom of the strut and then where the arms seat in. I haven't tightened them yet, but I'm gonna finish that up tomorrow, as well as the struts in the rear and putting the wheel studs and everything else together. So we'll continue this tomorrow. I totally forgot about this method where you can take the you can take 2 lug nuts and put them on here. Sometimes people will put a washer in between, but they're not moving at all. So basically I just need it to hold so I can get it to torque down to the amount of foot-pounds I need. There it is.
Just spin it a little. There you go. Very nice.
So, there we go.
Spin it.
Oh, I'm bent over all the time.
Not all the
Even
time.
better.
More than me.
Unlike the coilovers for the front end, I have to reuse the top pads for the rear. And in most applications that I've seen, a lot of people use a spring compressor, or they just hope that it doesn't injure someone or something. So basically what I thought of is if I could jack the car up just enough to find a neutral point where it relieves just enough tension on the spring that I can take the bolt out, then I'll take the bolt out and jack the car up to relieve the pressure so I can take the strut out without the spring shooting off somewhere. Almost. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Life is completely hectic, and this is my 3rd time being out here trying to get this done today, but I feel like I don't have that much more to do, so this should be done today. I only have to basically bolt the housing back on and then put the bolt back in where the arm is and put the wheel studs in the back, and then I should be done. Yeah. The moment of truth. See how much tow we're dealing with here. See how Sam is in the back. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Don't drop the car.
Ooh.
god, it's like the Photoshop picture. Those freaking tires are loud.